Okay, here is a ratio table, and this says the following table shows the number of cups of milk and flour that are needed to make biscuits. Complete the table. So let's take a look at our table first, okay? Things we can see here, okay? We should notice that we have our milk, and we have our flour, and we also have our total. Now, something that you need to remember is that total is going to be our milk and flour added together. So, as soon as we can figure out our milk, or as soon as we can figure out our flour, as soon as we know both of them, we can just add them up to figure out our total cups. So where we're going to start is we're going to start with what we know. Here we only know milk. Can't do anything with that. Here we know only flour. Still can't do anything with that. Here we know our cups of milk and our cups of flour. We can use these to solve our problem. So what we are going to do is we're going to take our calculator and we are going to divide. So we have our cups of flour, we'll take, which is 15, and we're going to divide 12.5. So we have 15 divided by 12.5. When we do this, we get an answer of 1.2. This is my unit rate. If I want to write this down so I remember it, 1.2 is my unit rate. I'm going to use this when I'm comparing my milk to my flour. So, if I know my milk, I can multiply it times 1.2 to get my flour. If I know my flour, I can divide it, do the opposite by 1.2 to get my milk. So let's take a look at this first one here. Here we know my milk, 7.5. So since I'm using my unit rate of 1.2, I can go ahead, type in 7.5 times 1.2. That will give me my answer of 9. So, the number of cups of flour I have here is 9. Want to figure out the total? Add these up. 7.5 plus 9 is going to give me 16.5. Next one right here. Now this time we know my flour. So instead of multiplying times 1.2, I'm going to divide by 1.2. So I can take my flour, which was 10.5, and I'm going to divide it by 1.2. Answer I get is 8.75. So here we go, 8.75. And something that I should notice is that the milk is always going to be less than the flour. 7.5 compared to 9, 8.75 compared to 10.5, even my 12.5 compared to 15. It's always going to be larger, flour. Once again, add these up. 8.75 plus 10.5 is going to give me an answer of 19.25. That is going to be my total cups. Here we go, next one. This is pretty much already done for us. All I need is my total cups. I can get that by adding them. So here we go, one simple step, and I get 27.5. Last thing, now I know my total cups. I do not know these two. I cannot just say this is 3 and this is 8, or this is 4 and this is 7, because they have to be in the same ratio that I had here. The ratio of 1.2. One of them is 1, one of them would be 1.2, although that would not add up to 11. So what we are going to do is we are going to compare one of my other ratios. Since the ratios of milk and flour are the same, the ratio of flour to total cups and milk to total cups are also going to be equivalent. They're going to be the same. So I can compare my flour to my total cups. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide 16.5 and I'm going to divide it by 9. So 16.5 divided by 9 gives me, oh my goodness, giving me this awful looking decimal right here. Hopefully we remember from class how to change this into a fraction. So we're going to click the second button. Then this button that says PRB. Notice right above it, it says F to D. So when it shows up on your calculator, it will look like that. That will tell me that the answer is 1 5/6.